And then, just a piece of advice, make sure that when you exercise, you don't beat yourself up. Exercising should be good for your body. You should feel good after doing exercises, and it's not the other way around. You only have one body, so dapat you should take care of it and you should love it. Back again to another video. This is Katya, and for today's video, we'll be talking about your exercise program. Napapansin nyo ba kung minsan parang yung program na ginawa nyo or yung program na nakita nyo sa internet, hindi na effective sa inyo, parang nagiging stagnant na lang yung exercises, masyado na madali sa inyo, or nag-stop ka nang makakita ng effect sa'yo ng exercise program mo. Or di naman kaya, bakit sa kaibigan mo gumagana yung exercise program and pagdating sa'yo hindi? For today's video, we'll be talking about the 5 principles of exercise. On some books, it's 7 or 6 or even 5. Ngayon kasi, kaya siya nagiging 7 principles, pinapaghiwalay lang yung ibang 2 principles sa 5 principles of training. Ngayon, I'll be just talking about the 5 principles of training because I want to be as cohesive as I can be and para mas ma-absorb siya ng maigi. If you want to have a more effective exercise program, please keep on watching until the end. The first principle that we'll be talking about is progressive overload. This just simply means to progress and overload your training from the word itself. Now, our body hates to be challenged. Gusto niya routinary yung mga ginagawa natin. For example, yung sleeping cycle natin or yung eating time natin, gusto niya yun at yun din ang eating time at sleeping cycle natin every single day. Kasi pag nag-exercise tayo, tapos drastic yung changes ng pagtulog mo or ng pagkain mo, paiba-iba ng oras, instead of mag-a-adapt yung body natin dun sa exercises na binibigay, mas nag-a-adapt muna siya dun sa sleeping cycle natin and sa eating cycle. And bakit ko sinabi yun? Ano relationship nung adaptation ng body natin every time nag-iiba-iba yung sleeping cycle or eating cycle natin? Pagka yung exercises na ginagawa natin is paulit-ulit na lang din, masasanay na yung body natin doon as if part na lang yun ng day-to-day activities natin or yung activities of daily living. So, instead of the body to adapt pagka nag-exercise, since paulit-ulit natin ginagawa yung exercises na yun, magiging part na lang siya ng day-to-day activities and it could be one of the reasons bakit wala ka nang nakikitang results sa exercises mo compared before. So your training should be progressing from time to time. But later on, I'll be telling you if progression lang ba ang kailangan or maybe we also have to rest. So from time to time, dapat talaga nagpo-progress yung exercise program natin para nakikita mo yung results. Kasi yung results hindi lang para doon sa mga magsa-start ng bagong program, dapat may results pa rin na nakikita yung mga taong nag-exercise na even years back. The second principle that you have to know is the principle of adaptation. In relation to progressive overload, when you do your exercises regularly, your body will then adapt in time according to the exercises that you give your body. The body will adapt to whatever environment that you put it into. Now, this just means that the adaptations that you will see on your body will depend on the stimulus or the exercises that you allow your body to do. For example, if you give your body exercises that involves heavier weights, nagre-require heavier weights ng mas malaking cross-sectional area ng muscles, then magkakaroon ka ng muscle tone, and some people, this is also their way to increase the cross-sectional area of their muscles, or doing strength training, napapa-increase nila yung laki ng muscles nila. Another example, if you want to run at a greater distance, if you want to run longer than 30 minutes to an hour, then of course, yung ibibigay mong training is training na nagpapa-increase ng capillary density ng muscles natin or yung trainings for muscular endurance and of course, syempre, cardiovascular endurance para na-endure may long bouts of training. Pwede namang gawin na sabay yung strength training and then cardio training or endurance training. Talagang magdedepende lang kung ano ba yung goals mo, ano yung needs mo, and of course, yung wants mo. The next principle is the rest principle. Have you ever felt soreness after the exercise? Usually, di ba, nagiging sore ka when you've done an exercise yesterday or the other day. Hindi ka naman nagiging sore during the exercise unless super hirap na ginagawa mo or mali na yung ginagawa mo. Yung soreness na nafe-feel mo after the exercise, a day or two, or even 3 days after the exercise is called DOMS or delayed onset muscle soreness. During exercise kasi, nagkakaroon ng micro tears sa muscle fibers natin. Napupunit siya ng maliliit. And then, it's not during the training na nagre-recover yung muscle tears na yun. It's during the time when you rest. So, when you rest, the adaptation begins. So, ibig sabihin, lumalakas ka pala during rest at hindi during the exercise bouts. This just means that when you create your program, make sure you also give yourself time to rest. Hindi always heavy training, and in contrary naman to progressive overload, hindi rin laging light training. There should be a balance between hard training, moderate training, and easy training. Para hindi tumaas yung risk mo for overreaching, overtraining, burnout, and worse, even injuries, or worse, umabot sa point na mag-quit ka na or mag-stop ka na doing exercise activities. So give yourself time to rest. Just know when rest is too much or just enough. The fourth principle is the principle of reversibility. This just simply means if you don't use it, you lose it. Just like what I've said earlier, your body will adapt to the environment that you put your body into. So, for example, gumawa ka ng hard exercises or gumawa ka ng strength exercises, then of course, mag-i-increase yung muscle tone and muscle strength. Gumawa ka ng muscular endurance exercises, then tataas yung muscular endurance more, yung capillary density within the muscles. Gumawa ka ng cardiovascular training exercises, gaganda yung heart and lung capacity mo. Now, this time, if you don't do exercises or you stop doing the exercises, for example, nakita mo na yung goal mo, ay siguro sa stop na ako, coach, ng exercise kasi na-reach ko na yung goal mo. Hindi. Kasi your body will just then adapt to the environment that you put itself into. For example, nag-stop ka na ng training, bakit pa kailangan ng body mo nung toned na muscles or strong muscles kung hindi mo na naman siya gagamitin? Mag-a-adapt din siya doon sa stagnant or sa sedentary environment mo. If you want to ask, then why should we have to work out if our body consistently adapts to the environment that we put it into? It is because the body naturally ages. And exercise or controlled stimulus or stress that you put your body into delays this inevitable process of aging. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na body age and metabolic age. For example, itong papakita ko sa screen is already 44 years old and here's another 44 years old. So, yung metabolic age nitong is, let's say, nasa 20s to 30s lang. And then ito, pwedeng nasa ka-age ng body niya or even older than her. It is because exercise can delay the inevitable aging of our bodies. Because exercise can increase the bone mineral density, madedelay niya yung risk natin for osteoporosis. Exercise can help us build enough muscle strength, madedelay niya rin yung pag-atrophy or paghina ng katawan natin due to low muscle mass. Kaya humihina tayo as we age dahil nagde-decline yung muscle mass natin. And then if you exercise as young as you are now, madedelay mo yung inevitable process ng pagliit ng muscle mo or pag-atrophy ng muscle mo as you age. Another thing also, yung heart and lung capacity mo, it also declines because it's still part of our body. If as early as now you start exercising or you start training your heart and lungs, in time or 5 years from now or 10 years from now, let's say, tuloy-tuloy pa rin exercise mo, malakas ka pa rin, madedelay mo yung aging process. Last but not the least, the fifth principle is the principle of individualization. No two persons are the same. Even identical twins have differences. Ngayon, pagka may nakita kayong exercise program from the internet, assess yourself. Do you have the same goals? Do you have the same body type? Do you have the same needs? Do you have the same current body measurements? Do you have the same genes? Para maging kasing effective yung exercise program niya sa'yo. As I've said, every individual is not the same. Compare yourself not to anyone else, but just to yourself. Compare yourself to the past you na hindi pa nag-exercise before and take a look of the changes that you've already achieved. Huwag mo titignan yung exercises ng iba, huwag mo titignan yung program ng iba unless coach ka. It's all about you. Don't focus on other people's past progress. Just appreciate your own progress unless you're a coach, of course. Para hindi ka na ma-demotivate pa pagka nakikita mo, ay, ito si ganito, ganyan, mas mabilis nag-improve. Ito si ganito, ganyan, bakit, payat agad. Very effective sa kanya itong program ni ganito sa internet. Make sure lang to always self-evaluate kung ano ba yung goals and needs mo. And then, just a piece of advice, make sure that when you exercise, you don't beat yourself up. Exercising should be good for your body. You should feel good after doing exercises, and it's not the other way around. You only have one body, so dapat you should take care of it and you should love it. That's it, guys, for today's video. If you have any questions or any principles na bago sa inyo or ngayon nyo lang narinig, please let me know in the comment sections down below. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them. And as always, thank you guys for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please click the subscribe button and the bell notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. See you guys on my next videos. Bye-bye!